There was a time during the Division II championship match where it looked like the Venice Gondoliers in girls volleyball were home free. They had won the first 2 sets. They were in complete command. But somehow Taft turned it on, and the Toreadors won the last 3 sets and stole the Division II title. And a happy coach is here, Arman Mercado. You stole it from Venice, Coach.
That's a good way to put it. I felt like at times, I mean, there's still times this morning when I felt like, how did we win that match? And, you know, I've got to watch the show and then the replay and figure out what are some of the great things we did and some of the bad things we didn't do, so I can learn from it in the future.
You've been to a lot of finals, you've won titles, you've had some disappointments in championships. Between the boys and the girls, is this the greatest accomplishment coming from behind like that in a final of any of your teams?
In a big-time stage like that, absolutely. I felt like the girls responded to our game plan, and we've been game planning for this match for over 365 days. We lost last year, and right when we got back to Taft, the girls said, "Hey, Coach, we're going back there. Tell us what to do." So I kind of moved the pieces around, look at what we have, and, you know, hey, this is what we're going to have against them. And the game plan is we got to win 2 out of 4, and let's take it on in game 5. And I think it worked to perfection right there.
Yeah, can you just talk a little bit about some of the individuals who really came through on that night?
Well, first of all, my sophomore libero, she had a horrible first 2 games.
What's her name?
Ashley Akavon. And right away, she was ready to step in right when we lost last year. I'm like, "Coach, you know, I'm your starting libero next year, right?" And I'm like, you got to have to earn it. And right when those 2 sets ended, I'm thinking, do I need to make a switch here? I got some seniors that are ready. And she gave me this look like, "Oh, Coach, it's still my island," because that's what she calls the back row. It's her island. You know, nothing's going to land there. This is what I do. And obviously Amanda Park and Andrea Bosnick offensively just kind of turned it on. I don't know. If you look at the replay, I felt like we set them the last 50 sets from game 3 to 4 to 5. I think they probably got 90% of the sets.
You said something to me that I thought was very intriguing, and I actually mentioned it on the telecast when I did the match, that you wanted this to go 5 sets because it's good for girls volleyball and high school volleyball in general. So even if you were trailing, and even if you were leading, you really wanted this thing to be stretched to 5. If you won the first 2 sets, would you have tanked the next 2?
I wouldn't have tanked it, but I thought I have a big bench. I'd probably put some underclassmen just so they can experience the...
Yeah, but you would have been fine winning in 3 games.
Oh, I'm perfectly fine in 3 sets.
Please don't say that you didn't want
No, you told me you thought it'd be better for volleyball in general if it went 5.
It'd be better for volleyball in general, I mean, in terms of, you know, the fans and then all that good stuff, and people will talk about it, you know, 10, 20 years from now. Hey, that's probably the best volleyball I've ever seen. But from a coaching perspective, I've always wanted to win 3-0. Always.
What's the secret of Arman Mercado? You got good boys teams, you got girls teams, year in and year out. We're talking Taft girls and boys volleyball. What do you do that gets the program motivated and gets it at the level that it is currently?
Hard work, basic hard work. No secret to it. You know, put in the time. We go into off season. We have summer leagues, and it's just putting in the time consistently. And I look at a match as a vacation. Everything else, the practices, the off-season workout, those are the hard work. And then when it's match time, hey, we're on vacation now. Let's just enjoy this.
Right, Taft had a great program under Doug McGorian, and you kind of followed and stuff. Is there just a lot of talent in the area, and you just have to pick and choose and try and develop it?
There's years I've been lucky when volleyball players that play club would come in. But on an average, I have about 3.5 club players per year. That's it. Girls, 3.5. Boys would probably be just 1.
So you have to teach from the beginning.
Yeah, and then I've been lucky. Like I said, we have Doug McGorian, who I'm still in touch with on a weekly basis. And my first 3 years at Taft, everybody just welcomed me. Mark Drucker, Dirk Taylor when he was back there. I never had a problem with the sports and the egos within the coaches. And everybody just cheers for each other at Taft. And then that always helps.
Getting back to the finals where you beat Venice in 5, on the other sideline was Alan Hunt. A lot of people think he might be the best coach in the city. Some people say Arman Mercado's the best coach in the city. There's others, Tom Harper won it for Granada Hills again at the Division I level. It must have been interesting matching X's and O's against Alan Hunt in this final.
And if Alan was here, he'll tell you we love coaching each other. There's nobody else in the city I would love to coach again in an in-match situation, because I felt like we have this X's and O's. I don't know if you saw some of the things he did was he played matchup blocking. He'll take his short girl out and put a big girl in relation to blocking Amanda and terms like that. So in game, we love coaching each other. I felt like, it's if we have to represent a coaches for the volleyball, I think me and Hunt. But Tom Harp, I think, is the best preparing his program all the way to the start of the match. And then when match starts, he just kind of let the girls go, and they're good girls, and it's working for him.
Taft has been known to win a few city titles, during the years. Troy Starr got one. Derek Taylor's gotten plenty. So you're the last guy who's standing here out of those groups. So is that kind of, do you feel like you have to keep a tradition going, right?
I think so. There's a lot of pressure on the girls. They put a lot of pressure on themselves. A lot of the teachers have a lot of pride in school. The faculty, our security people, our dean. And like I said, it's a big, happy family. We all support each other. And I've gotten over 60 emails and texts from faculty last night when they found out the news.
Well, congratulations to you and the league. The West Valley League, Granada Hills wins D1, Taft wins Division II over Venice. Arman, thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Randy.
Arman Mercado, a champion again at Taft High School, Division II girls volleyball.